Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Zach Adkins, and in this video, we are back on the topic of musicians wearing wigs. Let's get into it. Oh my god, this topic is like, I'm actually having to work at it. I don't want to have to work. This is a throwaway video that I did that just took off, and now I have to freaking look at people's hair all day. And I mean, I guess I sound like I'm complaining, but I'm sitting here going through all these comments going, well, now I gotta Google this person. Oh, they're not wearing a wig. And then I gotta Google this person. Oh, they're wearing a wig. This has become my existence. You know what would be cool is if somebody like Hims or Keeps or Rogaine or whatever, they should pay me money to promote their products online. I feel like I'm doing quite the service here. Anyway, what am I talking about? What's happening? Where am I at? Oh yeah, musicians wearing wigs. I had to kind of scrape some of this up a little bit because people that I've already done in the other videos, and it's just only a few left over that I haven't gotten to, and I have to keep looking through and seeing. And some people think they are wearing wigs and they're not, or they've had hair transplants, which isn't really necessarily a wig. So I'm kind of putting it all together into this one cohesive video. I'm having a hard time finding more people that are wearing wigs and stuff. Without further ado, we're going to get right into it. There are some that are wearing wigs. There are some that I think are wearing hair transplants, but it doesn't really matter because it's all the same topic. First up on the list, Mark Mendoza from Twisted Sister. Oh my god, dude, look at whatever the hell is happening here. This guy looks like he could have auditioned for the movie It, and he would have probably gotten the part. Oh. You know, I have a massive fear of clowns, which is hilarious that Kiss is one of my favorite bands of all time. Deathly scared of clowns. This freaks me out. Bassist for Twisted Sister. Now, I'm not sure about this picture specifically. It could be a wig, but I don't know. I think most of the guys from Twisted Sister just had the hair, but as time went on, it turned into fucking this, though. What is happening right now? What is this? How is that legal? Is it painted on? Oh, man. If you would have told me, oh, this is Mark Mendoza's wax figure at the museum, I'd be like, oh, okay. Here's the thing. Losing your hair does suck. And especially for guys that are in, rock bands and, just musicians in general, it's part of their identity. I get that. I have the same thing here. But, when this gets way too bad, where the front is just completely gone, I'm not just going to go to Ace Hardware and get the first black spray paint I see and just start spraying it on my head. You want to try to keep that illusion, but bro, that ain't an illusion. Chris Angel couldn't even sell that as an illusion to Stevie Wonder. Real quick, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure that you do, because only 7% of people that are watching my videos are subscribed. Just go ahead and click it real quick. It takes 2 seconds and it's free and it helps me out. Please, thank you very much. Okay, bye. Get back to the video. Next up on the list, Machine Gun Kelly. Okay, so the one on the left here, and you can see he's lost a lot going this way, and in the right, this is definitely a transplant. That's a medical intervention. And his teeth are different. I mean, I wonder to myself, I don't get into these super crazy conspiracy theories and stuff like that necessarily, even though I do like a good conspiracy every now and again. But I wonder to myself if some of these people are in fact clones. I mean, call me crazy, say I'm insane, but some of these people, they look way different. His ears are different. Look at how big his ears are now versus how they were then. They were tiny then. He's got how did you just get longer ears? I don't understand that. His nose looks different, which obviously could be plastic surgery. He's got different teeth. Is this even the same person? Is that even Machine Gun Kelly on the left, or is that Machine Gun Kelly on the right? I don't know, man. There's some conspiracies out there that make you kind of at least sit back and go, hey, before we dive too deep into that and then we get banned on YouTube for talking about it, you can really see that hair loss right there. Yep. Definitely. And then, of course, I don't know what the fuck this is. I don't understand what he's doing in this photo. He's trying to be edgy or something, but I don't know. Again, back into that conspiracy thing. A lot of the times you hear that they make you dress up a certain way in order to get the fame you want. He's talked about openly that him and his wife would drink each other's blood at this weird ceremony and shit. Something's off with him. I could go into that. I might get into that. Might have to just do a big conspiracy video and get called a crazy person. But we're here to talk about hair. What the fuck am I doing? He's got a nice little hairline now, bigger ears somehow, and his nose is different. I would say that was a transplant more than it was a wig, but even still, we're on to you. Never know, maybe drinking blood brings back your hair. Next up on the list, Cher has been open about her wig wearing since forever. I'm just reading a thing here that says that, yeah, of course she wears them for her shows. That kind of goes back to another topic really fast is a lot of people will say, well, what about this band here, one that always comes up is like Steel Panther or Spinal Tap and all this stuff. And they're like, yeah, well, what about these bands? They wear wigs. It's like, okay, well, that in and of itself is them performing. Like, it's a performance. It's something that, like, they're a character. They're not trying to, like, pull it off in their everyday life, right? Cher, on the other hand, does wear wigs all the time. On the shows, off the shows, everywhere. And it says that she claims that it's not because her hair doesn't look good, but it's because she just likes to look different. But in my opinion, I think that there's a little bit of both. I think that over the years, she's destroyed a lot of her hair. There's like a source, whatever the fuck that even means. It says that she has seriously damaged her hair over the years, and now she has to wear wigs. So I could believe that. Getting old, and she still looks fairly good. I mean, a lot of plastic surgery. So if she's had plastic surgery on her cheeks and her nose and her chin and her, eyebrows and her boobs and everything else, what makes you think she wouldn't just wear a wig too? It's pretty standard. This, I believe, is her real hair from back in the day. And it looked great. She had really good hair. A lot of these like women that choose to wear wigs now, like, they used to have really pretty hair. But again, that kind of goes back to, like, she was known for having, like, the big hair and all the stuff, and then you start going, like, well, I'm losing my hair, or whatever, and then it, like, becomes a part of their identity. What are you going to do? Interesting world we live in, where you can go from this, but then go to that, and then you're like, what is happening, dude? And this is a wig, I think. I would bet money that it's a wig, but it's like, why? Unless you've damaged this beyond repair, why would you choose to have this beautiful, like, amazing head of hair and then choose a hairdo that makes you look like you're about to go sweep up an entire kitchen? Next up on the list, Garth Brooks. This is, again, more of a transplant type thing, because he's always shown this receding hairline, and he always wears, like, the little cowboy hats and stuff like that. This was him, I believe, when he was doing the inauguration with, like, Joe Biden and stuff. Don't go to the comments. We're not trying to get all political on this video. Everybody chill out. But here he is, where he, like, took off his hat, right? Like, he had his cowboy hat, and he's like, look at me, I've got hair. But it's like, bro, no, you don't. And you can really tell that those are transplants. Like, it's very obvious. Like, it's almost like it barely had time to heal. Because here he was, not a few years ago. And, again, like, I bet you a guy like Garth Brooks, who gets as much attention as he gets, for being famous and stuff, I'm sure it sucks to look at yourself and realize that you are, in fact, a human being like everybody else, and you're going to lose your hair. And money can help, because it can get you to where you have something like that. But a lot of the times, it's like, now, what's interesting to me, too, on some of these people is, like, they promote this, like, self-positivity vibe. Like, just care about who you are and just be authentic to you. And then they go out and do stuff like this. Like, that's the weird thing to me. The world is a stage, as they say. Here he is again. So it's very obvious. And again, these are transplants. This one isn't necessarily a wig. This one was really bad. I'm surprised he didn't wear a hat in this one. Because if he really cared that much about it, why would he wear a hat, but then get the transplant, but then walk around like this and not be like, no, I'm going to wear a hat? I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Next up on the list is my crush. I have a lot of crushes. My absolute crush, and my wife knows about it, so it's okay. TinaTurner. In fact, my wife would probably agree with me that this is a solid crush. Real quick, too, I don't know if you saw my YouTube post. If you aren't subscribed to the channel, you should be. I got this new chair. Look at this new chair. Oh, it's so cozy. And it's made for thick boys like me. Check it out. Big. Damn. Big boy chair. Freaking awesome, though. I love it. You guys should get one. They're like, it's supposed to be like a crisscross chair, so you can sit all crisscrossed and stuff like this. I can't sit crisscross. My legs are too muscular. I need to do more yoga. I only do it once a week. I need to do it a couple times a week. But look at this chair. What a great chair. Look how much spin radius it has. That was 3 spins, bro. That's a good spin radius. I'm going to put a link in the description if you want to get it. Oh, I'm kind of dizzy. She did wear wigs a lot. And she actually made her own wig and was like, she would sew them together and get them all ready and stuff. Apparently, I don't know. Again, like, it's hard to trust sources, because like I did in that one video where I kind of looked at a website that wasn't like credible. It was actually like a funny website, and I quoted it. So I'm trying to do a little bit better research, right? I've got Vader. She's doing a better job. A lot of these say that she had a bad experience where they like essentially damaged her hair back in the day, and then she just couldn't get it to do what she wanted to do, so then she just decided to start wearing wigs, but then she liked them a lot more because then she could kind of change her hairstyle and not have to do a lot of work. And so it became like, it says it became her identity. I don't know, but that's a wig, and that's okay. She looks great, looks amazing. She was so good. She was such a great singer. Oh my god. What's love got to do with it? What's love but a second-hand emotion? Like, who's even looking at the wig right now? You know what I mean? I ain't looking at the wig. Her presence as a human being. Oh, God, she was so cool. She was a rock star. Don't even come at me and say that she wasn't a rock star. She had more freaking charisma and like power behind her voice. She could have led any band, R&B, rock, soul, funk, anything. She was the whole package. Everything about Tina Turner. I'm getting goosebumps. That's how much I care about. She had that big hair, and I love big hair. You know, now I feel bad that she felt the need to do so because, she was literally and figuratively beat down a lot. Did you guys ever watch the movie What's Love Got to Do with It? That was a brutal movie. If you don't have a couple of hours to dedicate to it, don't watch it. Lawrence Fishburne is in it, and he plays Ike, and like they showed some pretty brutal scenes of her getting beat up and other things too. We're getting way off topic. The fact that she was beat down and made to feel like she wasn't worthy and stuff like that, I could see why she'd want to like have wigs that would just make her feel empowered in a way. I don't know. I get that. I totally 100%. And I had to sneak this photo in here. Don't judge me, bro. I didn't really care about the wig, and in fact, my wife's going to watch this later with me, and she's going to be like, oh yeah, that's a good photo. Yeah, that's probably a wig. I don't care. This is just for me. That was just a photo for me to have. All right, guys, that was my list of more musicians that either have hair transplants or wigs. Let me know who I missed, because I'm struggling to find more people, more inspiration on who's wearing wigs and who's not. But I'm here for you, all right? I crush it every day for you. I'm here editing with Stewie. Where'd he go? He's over here somewhere. We're over here putting in the work. So give me some help and tell me who's wearing wigs and leave comments so that way I can get more videos out here and I don't have to sit here and read through a bunch of frickin' articles that are wrong anyway. So anyway, neither here nor there. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will see you in the next video.